Welcome. You're just in time here. This is how this game starts. It's very dramatic. This scene probably destroys the stream quality because of all the rain. Yeah, the game does a cold open with no gameplay for a full minute, which is, you know, fun for speedruns. I never practiced this chapter because of that, but I don't really know how to optimize the bike gameplay anyway. The game starts and ends with like completely different gameplay from the whole rest of the game for some reason. The rest of the game you just play as normal Sonic. But then the end of the game is like Super Sonic and Sonic carrying Tails. Okay, we'll just go through the loop. It's whatever. It is real slow to go through the loop, isn't it? You have a handbrake, and so if you handbrake right before the loop, it's faster because you don't have to go through the whole thing. But the timing on it's difficult, mostly because it's not consistent. Because of like when you get to that spot is like randomized because of the randomized terrain generation. This is a cutscene now. Yeah, the rain here is going to be terrible for video compression, but that's just how this game is. It's like worse than Mohawk and headphone jack for stream quality. Shout out to Mohawk and headphone jack, one of my favorite games. It is literally my favorite GDQ speedrun. Also, not too different from this game mechanically. That was a good dream. That's about what I expected. Good cabin. That was an entire split. That I saved a third of a second on. This game is just like this. I mean, I have splits like when autosave triggers occur. And there's your second title drop with key artwork after the title screen for some reason. And now, the easiest boss. That's on purpose. Taking damage skips an attack cycle. We're going to do the same thing here, except kind of like with intro, the timing is very variable, so I'm just waiting for tails to start coming down in the plane and then reacting. That wasn't a great reaction, but whatever. Nice. Okay, we can do this too, that's fine. Pretty good otherwise. Didn't get all the rings, but didn't take damage. Or go really slow otherwise, so that was also fine. Again, taking damage intentionally here to skip attack cycles. If you hit it, the frame, its shields go down. It skips doing the intermediate cycle, which is a lot faster. So I'm trying to hit it the first frame it's vulnerable by abusing iframes. It's actually really tricky. Okay, I can get a perfect cycle. That's really nice. It sort of depends on whether or not I lose all my rings early. Really good. And then we skip the cutscene. Because the autosave happens before the cutscene finishes. A little bit faster to stop there and then get a spin dash in. Okay. The pace of the run usually doesn't vary too much up until this point, unless you screw up on drill. This is your first point of real variance, because there's a lot of quick strats on this boss that are RNG and highly skill dependent. Okay. Can I get any limb hits? Okay, we'll take this one. Make the shaft straighten out earlier. What I wanted to do was damage boost through the saw blade and hit the hull earlier, but that's really dependent on how it's bouncing around randomly. Okay, and I didn't get that either, so that's unfortunate. But that only wastes like a couple seconds. The limbs that are green, you're also not supposed to be hitting in this cycle. You're supposed to be hitting them like in sort of like the next phase, but because their hitboxes are always active, you can just hit them earlier. I didn't go for the back right one earlier, because okay, that's good. An early hit on the laser is nice. I'm going to have to get both of these limb hits after the doors here. Otherwise, I'll have to sit through more attack cycles. Okay, got them both. It's pretty good. The second one can depend really on where it randomly ends up after taking damage from the first one there. But this went okay. It's actually faster to get like both of those limb hits at the same time at the start of that chapter there if you can. But it's also more risky to do that. I normally try to get the back right one earlier. How is our egg placement? It doesn't look good. It's pretty bad. Tails brings you down right next to the egg, so you want it to be further to the right normally. Not that this wastes more than a second, it's just annoying. Okay. Pretty alright. We're going to skip a lot of shit by abusing physics. I want 7. Actually, do I just never have rings here now? Maybe it's because of how Robot went. Whatever. I didn't get the jump across the gap, but that's fine because it save warps you here. Kind of awkward. Here's probably the coolest boss, especially if you do it quickly. Damn it. Okay. I would really like that ring, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna wait. There we go. That's okay. Getting a really fast cycle on that boss is really difficult. You can actually kill it like before the like ooze phase starts at all, but like you have to be like moving and bouncing perfectly. Still doing just fine. Didn't die twice, which is nice. Ah! The super swag strat is staying on top of this thing after you get a hit, but like to get another hit in really quick, but it's really hard to do. I also timed that wrong, so I just get to do an extra cycle now because I'm bad, which sucks. And I just like didn't hold the right direction when I jumped there. So that didn't go well. That was too cycles slower than like standard. Here's the best cutscene.
Join me, Sonic, and I will make your face the greatest in Robotnik land, or else you will die.
Not actually my favorite, but that one certainly sticks with people. I'd like to have rings. I don't have any. Not great. Okay, we're missing ideal cycle here. We get the quick hit though, so that's alright. The game like refreshes your invulnerability constantly there, so you can just like keep jumping into the lasers and it just doesn't matter. So yeah, that amount of time loss on those last 3 bosses does not surprise me too much. So this game has a lot of inconsistent quick kills. If you have like a decent run that also gets like early hull hit on robot or like quick hits on chopper, then like your decent run is just immediately upgraded to world record probably. Unfortunately, or you get barrier skip at the end. All of which are very inconsistent, but huge time saves. So, like, I'd like to get a world record that has at least one of those. How long that would take, how many runs, I don't know. I wonder what percentage of this game is cutscenes. For like world record speedrun. It feels like at least 20%. Like 25%. Being pretty safe with the timing that I'm putting the shield up. Now, I can save some time if I don't get sniped on the last phase here, which would be really cool. Okay, so we saved some time there, so that's nice. Like 3 seconds. And more cutscene. And again, we're gonna see the timer jumps ahead by almost a minute because this cutscene's programmed differently and waits for the system timer instead of counting frames. So I can't really run the frame timer right here. I edited the game to add the timer. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna do today. Maybe like 6. 6 of them. Alright. Actually needed to slow down a bit there because I wasn't jumping well. Again, constantly staying in the air because air deceleration is lower in this last section than it is on the ground for some reason. And jump. Okay. It's whatever. That was okay. I haven't actually had a jump that wasn't like the quick jump there go fast enough to skip like the bottom thing of blocks there. Okay. I wanted to try to like clip off of a corner of one of those lowering sections of ground to miss the frame 1 jump. To just sort of jump over the thing before it fully formed. Okay, hardest trick. Damn it! I missed the last jump there. That was perfect execution on the ramp, which is incredible because that's frame perfect. But then I jumped too early off of the like slanting section. Just do this then. It's still another record. I think it's even sub 25, but frustrating about missing barrier skip. Whatever, I keep doing runs. It'd be really dramatic if the timer ended like when the halo broke there, but like you can actually still fail if you're too far to the left and die. It's barely sub 25, but it is sub 25. Hey, Emily. Welcome to Furry. This is a new record, but I don't know if I want to sit through the whole credits on this one. I did that already last run. And I'm just going to be doing that like... yes, they are. Have you not like seen or played this game? I've talked about this game to you a whole bunch. This game's incredible. It's really good. Now listen to this song. Oh, actually, that's interesting. I haven't noticed this before, but apparently when I recompiled this font, the credits here have missing special characters. I wonder if I can fix that. Getting GameMaker to render fonts correctly is not a great time. Anyway,